like Ventura TV Appliance on Facebook, it's nice. But when you love the KitchenAid appliances we deliver, it's even better. Our website is cool, and it's a good place to start. But you really should touch the merchandise before you buy. Save big with KitchenAid. Right now, get up to a $1,000 prepaid MasterCard when you purchase select KitchenAid appliances. Get the best selection, price, and service in town without waiting. Come in to Ventura TV Appliance and touch the merchandise today.
Hi, I'm John Mattles. Welcome to this live edition of Connect with Me on the showroom floor at Ventura TV on this day. Today, the focus is on business, a business you may want to pay attention to. It concerns your diet, what to buy and how to buy the food that you purchase each and every day or each and every week. 436 MeTV option 11. Do turn down the sound. Remember and turn down the sound, because if you call in and the sound's up, we can't hear you. Back with our program in just a moment. Today, the focus on business, but a different kind of business, talking about your health and what to buy at the supermarket to make sure that you and your family stay healthy. It is Fitness Solutions. That's the name of the business, and we're going to go shopping right now at the supermarket with our friend Jack Scow. Let's roll the videotape, and I'll take you inside the store. There's Jack going shopping, as he does every once in a while to buy the right things. Remember, when you go shopping, all the experts say you've got to read the labels, right? You got to read the content for fat and saturated fat and cholesterol and sodium. But if you're doing this, you're buying fruits and vegetables the way Jack is, you don't have to worry too much about that. But they say you got to read the ingredients of all the food that you purchase, because the biggest killer these days, or two killers, sugar, which is high fructose, right? And sodium, which is actually salt. Sugar obviously turns to fat. Sodium is salt, and it can drive your blood pressure right through the roof. As Jack goes through the fruits and veggies department, that's the best way to stay healthy. But if you are buying boxed items and things of that nature, even bread, you've got to read the label. We're going to talk to Jack Scow about what is in, what is out, how to stay healthy. Live in our studio right now is our fitness expert in the studio, Jack Scow, the owner of Fitness Solutions. He is here to answer your questions, any and all questions about how to read the labels, what to buy at the supermarket to keep yourself, I guess, on the right track and stay healthy. And if you're looking to lose some weight, looking to lose a few pounds or two, then, you know, this might be the answer as well. 436 MeTV option 11 is a telephone number here to call in. The right way to shop at your local supermarket. Turn down the sound if you do call in. Back with our program here with Jack Scow in just a moment.
Frigidaire. We introduced the first home freezer, the first pulsator agitator washer, and now we introduce the Frigidaire Orbit Clean dishwasher, designed with a unique wash arm that gives you 4 times more water coverage for a consistently better clean. Frigidaire, over 90 years of legendary innovation.
See the full line of Frigidaire appliances at Ventura TV Electronics and Appliances.
There's no question about it. Two killers, sugar and sodium. They are the two bad items for you. It's not that you can't have sugar. I mean, natural sugar, I guess, is good. Some sodium, you have to have sodium. You have to have salt in your body to stay alive. But too much of a good thing is not good, right?
Right. How you doing?
Jack Scow, good to see you again. How are you? Fitness Solutions, that's the name of the business, right?
Right.
Okay, so how long have you had this business called Fitness Solutions?
I've been in the fitness and nutrition business since 1985. I was the first personal trainer in Fresno,
right,
and I'm still going strong.
Yeah.
I'll be 64 in June.
Hey, so a lot of us get a second chance in life. I had 2 stents put in here recently, had 90% blockage in one and 80 in another. So that is like a second chance. There's no question, because you got 90% blockage. You could go at any time.
Sure.
There's no question. So can you reverse that through diet?
Well,
Can you stay healthy and have your veins cleaned out through diet?
yeah, you can go a long ways towards cleaning that up. Let me say this, you're better off learning to eat correctly first so you don't have to fix it later. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, but when you're there, if you clean up your diet, really get things clean and running over time, that can clean out. And of course, you need to make sure you continue to be checked. If you've had an issue, you might, get another issue.
Yeah, I realize that you're not a doctor. You
Right.
should always check with your doctor if you have a heart doctor or
Right.
whatever, or a general practitioner. There's no question about that. But the thing is, if you don't eat right and you go get fixed via medicine, can the diet assist you in maybe getting off some of those meds, do you think?
Oh, for sure. And when you eat clean, when you eat right, then the body rewards you by feeling better, looking better, having less body fat, more energy, your blood flows through you much better. For every pound you gain, your body has to make another mile of veins and capillaries to support that mile of that pound of fat.
Okay,
If you
repeat that. Repeat that.
Okay, for every pound you gain
Right.
of body fat, your body has to make another mile of veins and capillaries to support that. So if you're 50 pounds overweight, you've got 50 miles of veins and capillaries that your body's using, that your heart has to pump through there to keep all that alive.
So your heart is working
Harder.
much harder and
Right.
much faster is what you're
Correct.
saying, which it shouldn't be.
Right. Well, we only have one heart, so we want it to last as long as possible. So
Right.
if we, keep it in good shape and don't carry around a lot of this adipose tissue, then everything's going to last longer.
Okay, in the monologue I said, read the labels, right?
Right.
Read the labels.
Correct.
We have, several health food stores in the area. We've got Sprouts, we've got Trader Joe's, we've got Whole Foods, we have all these, and you can even go into your regular supermarket now, and they have a health section.
Sure.
But that doesn't mean just because you walk into a health food store that everything in there is healthy, right? Let's roll a videotape. We got a little shopping spree here with Jack Scow. Talk about what you have to do when you go into the supermarket to buy healthy.
Well, first of all, you'll notice that the freshest things are around the perimeter of the store. Okay?
Really?
You've got fresh vegetables, fresh fruits, you've got fresh dairy, you've got fresh meats, and they're all around the outside of it. The stuff that's down the middle is generally more processed. There's more in boxes, and the more things are processed, generally speaking, the more chemicals you find in them.
So look at the perimeter of the store is what you're saying.
I'm saying do most of your shopping at the perimeter of the store, get the fresh, healthy stuff, always read labels, and by the way, on the label, what your first or second or third ingredient is what it's primarily made up of. Okay, so if you've got sugar that's first, a lot of high fat that's first or second, tons of sodium, then this is not going to be healthy for your body in the long run.
Am I right? Do you read the sugar part of it first and then the sodium?
Well, it's all listed, but what I'm saying is...
How many grams of sugar are there in there, or how many grams of sodium? I was told that I shouldn't have more than 1,500 grams of sodium per day,
Right.
which is not very
Right.
much.
Some cans of soup have 2,000.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so you got to watch it.
Right. Oh, yeah, very much. You have to look at all the labels and take everything into consideration.
Okay.
But again, the more you eat fresh, the less if it doesn't have a label. Okay, a head of lettuce doesn't have a label on it. Okay.
Right. It doesn't need a label.
A chicken breast doesn't have a label on it,
Right.
except some of the other things that go along with it. So eat fresh. The more you can eat fresh, cook it fresh, the more your body's going to reward you.
Okay. I'm allergic to dairy, but for those who aren't, if you have heart issues, if you have cholesterol issues, what do you do about the dairy situation? Because milk can be fattening. Not that milk is not good for you, but it can present some problems.
Okay, well, like everything else, everything in moderation is always a good catchphrase. Okay, so non-fat dairy products, not even low-fat, non-fat dairy products. A glass of non-fat milk is 90 calories. A glass of regular milk is 180 calories, loaded with fat.
Okay, take a call here. Good morning, you're on with Jack Scow. Your question, please.
Hi. In the beginning of the program, well, this is what reminded me of the question I wanted to ask, because you were saying, John, you were saying you had some heart issues with your heart and stuff, and you were asking about the diet and everything and about what you should eat. Well, this is more like I wanted to know his opinion as far as reversing diabetes. I'm diabetic, and it's probably a little late for me, but I know some people that have just become diabetics. Now, what is his opinion as far as reversing diabetes? Does he think that that's possible, or does he think that eating a correct food would actually make diabetes go away?
Oh, that's a great question. First of all, one of the reasons why we have sort of a diabetes epidemic is because of our nation's free and easy eating habits. So if we pretty much take sugar out of your diet, table sugar, high fructose corn syrup, that type of thing, and go with, like what I was just saying, eat healthy stuff, vegetables, low glycemic carbohydrates, low fat proteins, and eat this way consistently, if your diabetes came as a result of your diet, then you can reverse that and sometimes have it go completely away. Okay, it depends on you. Some people have diabetes because their body just doesn't function like it should, but we have a large portion of our population that could really downplay the diabetes or get rid of it completely if they took control of what they're eating.
Just eliminate sugar altogether from your diet.
Right.
Don't buy
That's so hard.
I know, but let's say, what's your first name? I'm sorry. Shamar, if you go to the store and you're buying cereal, just make sure and don't buy a cereal that has an extraordinary amount of sugar in it. Maybe buy a cereal that, maybe like shredded wheat or something like that. Or am I right about that?
Sure.
Okay, and I'm no expert, believe me.
Yeah.
But
and I have no problem with actually wheat products at all. I like Triscuits and things like that. So I have no problem with that. It's just more like for me, it's more pastries. Like I'm not a candy bar person, or I don't have to have.
Stay away from
candy.
cakes and pies and all that, though.
Yeah, that's my problem.
Yeah.
Right there.
Well, generally speaking, what I do for people is when I put together nutrition, I give them something else to have instead of. In other words, if you just deny yourself, pretty soon, I got to have some of that.
Yeah.
If I can give you something healthy instead of the
we
sugar
got to go
product.
to break, but I want to say one other thing to our caller. Ask your doctor about this, because I have heard and I've read, and I started using it, is ground cinnamon is supposed to help regulate your sugar. Is that true?
Yeah, cinnamon is really great. If you put some cinnamon into your old-fashioned oatmeal in the morning, that can really help you.
All right. Thanks for the call.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
All right. Talk to you later. Thank you. 436 MeTV option 11. Do call in if you've got a question about the right foods to buy at your local supermarket. We're back in a moment.
From now on, when I sneeze, I'll try to sneeze more friendly.
Back here on the program, and a cell phone going off, no problem. Our focus today is on business. Fitness Solutions is the name of the business, and let's put up that disclaimer. Hey, we want to just mention that we want to help out as many businesses as we possibly can here in the Central Valley, because Ventura TV has been here since 1951, flourishing as you would expect, and hoping to pass along that same type of success to other local businesses here in the area. Jack Scow is here. He's a fitness expert. Fitness Solutions is the name of his business. The right way to shop for you and your family. And I want to say, we were talking before the break, there is no magic bullet. Let's take this call here. Good morning. You're on with Jack Scow. Your question, please.
Well, I know you were trying to make a point about the less processed foods, the better.
Yeah.
Specifically, what about raw foods? I mean, uncooked foods, foods that are the very simplest forms. Is your guest an advocate? That's one question. The second question is, of course, supplements, taking supplemental protein. It's hard to get enough protein, of course, when you're trying to do a high-protein diet. Does your guest have a preference of like soy-based versus like whey-based? What does he consider to be better? Those are two questions. Thank you very much.
Those are two great questions. So what about raw foods? What about sushi? Okay. Is that good for you? I don't know.
Well, my wife is a great proponent of sushi. I like fish when it tastes like chicken.
Yeah.
In other words, I'm not much of a fish person, but obviously the highest quality sushi is low in fat. My tummy's not as happy with it as hers is. And but obviously it's great. It just depends on what you put with it. A lot of times people will take something that's really healthy and low fat and load tons of high fat sauces onto it, and that sort of negates some of the higher qualities of that.
What's your opinion about supplements? And I'll preface this by asking, by telling you this. My doctor told me that the only supplements that work are the fish oil pills. He goes, there have been studies done in Europe where you have to be careful what vitamins you buy and what supplements you buy because they don't break down in your body right because of the way they're made. What's your take on them?
Well, I personally take quite a few supplements. I use a lot of the standard processed product, which is natural glandulars. I know that they break down well. There are some that are so hard pressed when they go through the milling process that they don't break down in your tummy.
Maybe that's what he was talking about.
Yeah, if they're really hard pressed, you're better off with a capsule. So when the capsule dissolves, then you get the
Then
nutrients.
it goes into your system.
Right.
Yeah, whereas if you get a hard pill that's as hard as this desk, then how's that going to break down into your system?
Correct.
Yeah.
But I think supplements have their place. And number one, they
can't live on them.
Well, no. It's the name supplement is mean they supplement your diet.
Correct.
Okay, so they're not meant to take in lieu of food. And by the way, supplements should almost always be taken after food because supplements need a carrier. Okay, when you got food in your tummy, then the supplements sit on top and they dissolve and they digest and your body absorbs them. If you put it on an empty stomach or just with like a protein drink, they're sort of shooting through and you're not getting the nutrients from it that you would if you took it after your food.
Here's the problem that I have with eating out now at a restaurant after my little incident with the blocked arteries.
Right.
You don't know what they're going to put in their food. You don't know how much salt, or if they're going to put butter, or if they're going to put this, or if they're going to put that. You're not in the kitchen watching the cook. You can ask for it. So eating out can be a very dicey situation. I want to take you to the videotape. We got another video here of Jack eating out. I believe this is at Red Robin, is it?
Red Robin.
Okay, there you are going to... Okay, so how do you know, Jack? How do you trust the restaurant you're gonna eat in?
Well,
I mean, really, that's the question, really, isn't it?
Let's say you asked for something like when I go out to breakfast, I ask for them to make me some hash browns with just a little no-stick spray in the pan. Okay, when that comes back to you, and if it's really crunchy and brown and yummy, there's a lot of oil in there.
Oh, wow.
So I can tell you what I did at Red Robin. I think.
All right, let's take a call first. Good morning. You're on with Jack Scow. Your question, quickly, please.
Yes. What is your opinion about drinks like Emergency, the powdered mix? Does that get into the body? Is it worth taking? It makes me feel better for sure. I'd just like to know your opinion on products like those.
Interesting. Interesting you should ask about that. It's one of the products I do use, and I keep it on hand for my clients. Now I'll have a client that say they're exercising and their muscles start to cramp. Well, inside of the emergency packet is not only vitamin C, but there are a number of Krebs and electrolyte cycles. And usually when someone cramps, it's because their electrolytes are imbalanced. And within just a few minutes, because the emergency is an effervescent formula, so that the effervescence helps to get into the system quicker. So I think it's viable.
Okay. Does that answer your question? Okay. Caller is gone. Thank you very much. You know what I want to do? The Red Robin video, I want to do it one more time because I want you to talk specifically about what we're seeing. We were talking generically about something else while we were looking at that food there. There you are walking in. So look at the monitor and describe what you ordered and how you ordered it, and how do you make sure that you're getting it specifically how you want. What are you ordering here?
Okay. So first of all, I got a spinach tortilla. It's a chicken wrap. I had them grill a chicken breast with nothing on it. Then I had.
How do you know they didn't put anything on it? How do you know they didn't spray it with butter?
Well, you just ask for it, but when you get it back, if it's all shiny and
glittery,
then it's got butter on it. Okay. So I asked for.
What are you drinking here, by the way? What is
iced
that?
Tea.
Iced tea. Okay.
Yeah. And also, usually I put some water on the side. Bottom line is, water.
Okay, there you go. There you go. What is that?
That's just a little. Those are carrots and cucumbers, and you can, use that for your snack. Again, staying healthy, staying fresh, staying natural.
All right. Okay. And now your food is arriving, and that's a spinach wrap there.
Right. That's a spinach wrap. I've got a chicken breast, lettuce, tomato, a little bit of avocado. I have them bring me an extra chicken breast on the side, and then a little bowl of fruit that was fresh, and they cut it up. So therefore, you have your natural carbs. You have that sugar we were talking about, but
it's natural.
But it's a natural sugar, and it absorbs into the body.
What's that right there? What is that?
That's my cut-up chicken breast.
That's your cut-up chicken breast. Okay.
And because I weight train, and you have to make sure that you have optimum protein in your system on a regular basis, so that your body.
What about
can build
protein
muscle.
powder in the morning? You sprinkle a little bit of that on your cereal, maybe, or?
No, protein powders. I usually make a protein drink. I eat 6 times a day. Okay.
All right.
Modest sized portions. 2 of those are protein drinks, and you can either use like a hydrolyzed whey protein. I use a defatted, decholesterolized beef protein because my body likes it the best. It's called carnivore, and it's low fat, and my body just grows and likes it. My cholesterol stays low. There's no cholesterol in it. I believe in these products because at 64. I'm still healthy, build muscle, and yes, you can build muscle at 64 years of age.
That's amazing.
And stay healthy. Got to stay healthy.
All right, talking to Jack Scow. He is the owner of Fitness Solutions here. The focus on business today, how to actually buy food healthy for you and your family, and how to order it at a restaurant. Back with more, 436 MeTV option 11.
When you're looking for Whirlpool innovation and quality, who has the answers, the selection, the price? Ventura TV Appliance. With billions in nationwide appliance buying power, more than Home Depot and Best Buy combined, we'll help you save. Our low prices on Energy Star qualified Whirlpool appliances save you energy and money, and pay no interest on select models when paid in full within 12 months. Ventura TV Appliance, serving you since 1951.
Back here on the program, the focus on business, and let's take a look at another videotape. Let's go inside the kitchen with Jack Scow. And so is this at your home here?
Yeah, this is my house.
Okay, and what are you doing?
Showing people what it takes you can come home with nothing prepared, nothing thought out, and in 15 minutes you can be eating healthy.
How so? What are you putting in the microwave there?
That was chicken breasts that were frozen. Then I plug in my George Foreman. And when that's done, now George Foreman is now warm.
You're thawing it out.
Right.
How long does that take in the microwave?
It took about 9 minutes.
Okay. 9 minutes to thaw.
9 minutes to thaw. Then I use a little no-stick spray.
What kind of spray is that?
Usually the olive oil
Okay.
No stick spray, but again, there's just a slight coating on there.
What are you sprinkling
And that's
on there?
Pappy's low salt seasoning.
Okay.
And then we have brown rice, low
Okay.
glycemic carbohydrate,
Okay.
and we put that in there.
Cooks right up.
Right.
Yeah.
Or that is from Trader Joe's. That's brown rice fusilli pasta. So it's made with brown rice, not wheat.
Not wheat. Okay. All
So-
right. So how long does that chicken take to cook there in that George Foreman?
In that George Foreman, you can cook 3 chicken breasts in 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
3 minutes and 45
Right.
seconds? That's it, huh?
Right.
Wow.
If you cook it any longer, you're going to have a piece of shoe leather to chew on.
Yeah, Uncle Ben's instant right there's the brown rice
brown
pasta.
rice.
What's wrong with wheat pasta?
Well, I find that a lot of people have problems with wheat, whether it's
Digesting it?
yeah, digesting it. If you can keep your wheat consumption down, I find when I'm getting ready for competition, getting off the wheat, staying away from things that have gluten in them or that are gluten-free. A lot of times people have a gluten issue and they don't realize it. And
So,
wheat
like,
is
I
heavy.
like 100% whole wheat bread.
Right.
That doesn't have a lot of sugar in
Right.
it. Okay, is that okay?
I think overall that's fine. And it's got a lot of nutrients. I use like a 12-grain bread myself on occasion. I just don't do a lot of bread. I get most of my carbohydrates from low glycemic carbs like brown rice, oatmeal, old-fashioned oatmeal, a few red skin potato, yams, or sweet potatoes. Even though they taste really sweet, they're very low glycemic. And again, when something is low glycemic, the sugar levels are even. So the body is going to be more inclined to use stored body fat for energy if you're not jacking your sugar up. And when you jack the sugar up in your system, then the body shoots insulin in there to control that. And when the insulin is
Right.
high, again, it goes into the body fat. So that's how you can keep your energy up and lose body fat by eating healthy. Like
Here's
that.
another thing they have. Well, we got another call here. Good morning, you're on Connect with me. It's got to be quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, very good show. I appreciate everything your guest is saying, and I want to ask him, I think he also said that he does eat wheat, that it's not bad for everybody, but does he have any idea as far as genetically that wheat is now not what wheat used to be 100 years ago? Because I've heard that before. I don't know if it's true. But honestly, I can still eat it myself.
Yeah.
All right, well, let me address that. First of all, we really don't know what they do to stuff. Now, if it says it's 100% organic when you buy it, then it's going to be organic, okay? So they're not going to have a lot of chemicals and things like that. And as long as you don't, if you're not heavily allergic to gluten, or you're not really carbohydrate sensitive, the bread will be fine for you. It's got a lot of grains and nutrients and minerals. You can kind of tell when you eat bread if you feel down, if you feel flat. If you eat pasta and you feel flat, then your body's telling you it doesn't like that. Okay, if you do well on proteins and vegetables instead of a lot of the high carbs, then your body is telling you it does better on those. You have to listen to your body.
The wheat bread I buy says no high fructose in it.
Right.
So it's 100% whole wheat without all the extra garbage in it.
Well, if
so
it's
you got to be careful. You got to read the label.
If it has no high fructose corn syrup, it may still have sugar in it. Okay,
Yeah.
sugar and high fructose corn syrup.
But a lower dose of sugar, I guess.
Sure. Well, and the high fructose corn syrup is sort of, well, it's gotten a bad rap, and I think you have to be careful of it. I think, again, eat natural.
We're out of time.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I do
Jack
go on.
Scow.
Sorry.
That's all right. Fitness Solutions is the name of the business. Jack Scow has been our guest. Thank you, Jack, for your time.
Thank you, everyone.
Hey, read the labels when you go to the store. We're back with another edition of Connect with Me tomorrow here on MeTV Fresno.
From the pages of history and the untamed prairies of a young nation comes one of television's and America's most memorable folk heroes.
Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man.
Well, you're Daniel Boone.
Yep. Fess Parker stars as the legendary Daniel Boone, with Ed Ames as his trusty sidekick, Mingo.
Pleasure indeed. A Kentuckian named Daniel Boone.
That's me.
Watch Daniel Boone, weekday mornings at 9, 8 Central on MeTV.